Oh, yeah, I see now.
We'll go ahead and call this meeting to order of the Kinney County Appraisal District Board of Directors. The time is 5:00 p.m. and we have an agenda that's been duly posted according to law. And it is a notice of a public hearing on the Kinney County Appraisal District budget. And so we're going to call our meeting to order. We do have a quorum present with 4 members. Mr. Kinney is out of town and unable to attend today. And so we will proceed with our first item and call our meeting to order. And the second item is to receive any public comment on the budget. Do we have any public comment on the budget?
Nice budget.
Okay, thank you. Any other public comment? Not everybody at once. Okay. All right, if there be no public comment at this time on the budget, then we'll proceed to item number 3, which is deliberation, action, and approval of the fiscal year 2025-2026 appraisal district budget. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the budget as presented.
Okay, we have a motion made. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, motion has been duly seconded. Any discussion on the motion to approve the fiscal year budget for the Kinney County Appraisal District for years 25 and 26?
The only increase is in $41,906, correct?
Yes.
I have nothing.
There be no other discussion on the motion, then all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And the motion carries without opposition. Item number 4 is to consider adjournment at this time of our public hearing. Okay, we have a motion made to adjourn. The time is now 5:03.
502.
Okay.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion seconded to adjourn. Any discussion on the motion? If there be none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And the motion carries without opposition. If we're adjourned 5:03.
Next meeting is at 5:30.
And then our next meeting is at 5:30. We'll go ahead and call this meeting to order of the Kinney County Appraisal District Board of Directors. The time is now 5:30 p.m. It is Tuesday, May the 6th, 2025, and we are in the Kinney County Appraisal District office, in Brackettville, Texas, and we have an agenda that's been duly posted according to the law. Our first item is certainly to welcome those members of the Appraisal Review Board that are with us this evening. We welcome you all and thank you for the service you render. And we know it's not easy, but we appreciate the fact that y'all are willing to serve. Thank you for being here this evening. We do have a quorum present this evening consisting of four board members, and Herb Kinney is out of town. I wish him well, but we do have a quorum, so we'll go ahead and call our meeting to order. And the next item is to discuss, approve the public meeting minutes of March the 11th, 2045. Do you have any question or comment on those? Any addition? Any correction? There be no additions or corrections to the minutes, I would entertain a motion to approve them.
Make a motion.
Okay, we have a motion by Memo. Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Don. Any discussion on the motion to approve the minutes of our March the 11th, 2025 public meeting? There be none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And the motion carries without opposition. Next is item number 3, which is receipt of public comment. Do we have any comment from the public this evening? Okay, all right. Again, thank you for being here today. Item number 4 is our county activity report.
Check the dates, I might have missed dates, getting them all right. But the budget recap year-to-date, on your sheet, there we're at 51%, we're 7 months in. We have received the third payment from everyone, so budget-wise, we're looking good. Then our collections year-to-date, last year at this time was 95.6. This year we're at 95.58 overall. So pretty much on track to be exactly where we were last year. So you see that on your sheets there. Then March, the office was closed for a few days as we went to our Harris Government training conference, which went well. Gene was able to get some internal issues with the system solved by being able to talk to the people in the know how everything works in the background on the software. We were all able to increase our continuing education hours, and it was a time well spent for all of us. Sadly, since we were all gone, we closed the office, but we got caught back up to speed, but it was well worth our time to spend the 3 days at the Harris Government training. We got to meet some of the new people that we talked to on the phone or communicate via computer, because some of the people that we were familiar with have either passed on or retired. So we got to meet some of the young folks that are working things now, and it's always good to put a face with a voice behind the phone. So we got to do that. I got a call a month or so ago that the property value study will start in June. After the fiasco with the previous state auditor, we're getting a new guy. He has promised he will come to the office before he does any work in the county. And so I told him, you don't come to my office, there's going to be some major problems like last time. Because don't want to go through that again. Sounds like a nice guy, so we'll see how that goes. And
PBS again is what?
property value study. Yeah. We will probably have a staff member tailing him this time as he goes out with the county. So just some information there. So otherwise, appraisal notices went out April 1 and May 1. So all but just a handful of the appraisal notices are out. We've been receiving protests this year. Thankfully, the protests are down. Counting today, 8. So we're down to 8. Steve's been working arduously at getting as many of them resolved informally as possible. And this year's been heavy on the staff because we've done a 100% mailing on appraisal notices, which we typically don't do. Typical year is there's been an increase of $1,000 in value or more is the only ones that we would receive. But everyone got appraisal notices this year. And also we did a 100% mailing for ag and wildlife applications. That's one that's been a little more difficult to manage. Again, Steve's doing a good job at receiving those, and we've been able to get to a few ranches. We got a lot more to go to. And there's probably gonna be some ag that gets pulled this year because people are just, they don't read that one line on that form that says, or when the chief appraiser requests the information. So some people will just send them in blank and it's sort of like, that's not good enough, so they get sent back. And so we gotta figure out exactly how many there are, but we'll probably be pulling some ag. So if you start hearing people screaming about, I lost my ag, well, there's consequences for not filling out forms right. So I got a form today from someone. It only had a signature on it. None of the other information was on it. So like, I can do what you're asking, but I need you to fill out the form. I like the signature, but it doesn't help me. So just things like that. But anyway, that's kind of where things are, other than the day-to-day normal stuff. So, any questions about anything?
Are there any new, like, laws, rules, or
Every
or treaty?
week, no, we won't get those. We will have to go to laws and rules update in August, once the legislative session is over.
I figured so.
We get a report every week of what the current status is of things that will affect the office in this legislative session. One of the biggest ones this year, and we don't know where it's going to end up at, but the business personal property is one that they're going after this year. And there's one bill that's going to increase it from 2,500 to 25,000. Then another bill that just was mentioned today, which was in conjunction with the homestead, and I'll mention it in a moment, taking it up to 125,000 for BPP. And then there's a third one that's wanting to take it to 250,000 business per. In other words, if you have any business producing or income producing business items, you would be exempt up to that amount. So it's going to be 2,500 to 25,000, 125,000, or 250,000. Even the 25,000, that will exempt almost every small business in Bracketville, excluding maybe Lowe's, the gas station, Dollar General, the Wool and Mohair, Dennis, but it would increase to 225. If they go to the 125,000, which that one came out of the blue this week, but that one is in conjunction with the homestead exemption. The homestead exemption, and I don't know why they worded it the way they did, but 140,000 homestead exemption to the school for everyone, and for anyone over 65, they're talking about moving it to $200,000 exemption. So, but that includes in that bill the 125,000 BPP. So if they take the 125,000 business personal property, not only will that eliminate almost everyone in Kinney County, it will be favorable for the big commercial too, because they'll get to take off that much more off of their business personal property, the windmill farms and stuff. So they're not thinking about it for small counties, they're thinking about it for large populous counties. So that's where that's at. But the legislative update, every year we get an opportunity to go with Line Barter to San Antonio to get Lane's training on that. And there's other organizations that offer training on that. It depends on whether they end the legislative session in regular session or if it gets a special session called and that kind of stuff. So, but that's where that's at. Any other questions you might have on some of that stuff?
There'll be no questions on the Appraisal District Activity Report. And we'll move to item number 5, which is discussion, approval, resolution on retention of excess funds.
I think we got packet in there or information on it. Let's see. or it's just a page here, to keep the excess funds that we, had for the 23-24 budget year. As you can see, 15,000 was committed to helping pave the street. So that's what we had originally talked about. So that was what part of it would be used for to reimburse the county on that expenditure for the street out here. And then Lori is coming on full-time, starting June 1. So to make up the difference between June 1st and the new budget year, apply to her salary and all the benefits that go with it, is the reasoning for requesting that you all approve the retention of those funds. So.
Any question or comment on item number 5, which is the resolution concerning the retention of excess funds?
So the total amount is 37,319. 15,000 went to the road.
We'll be going to the road, yes.
So the county did the road with that promise.
Yeah, kind of paid for.
Yeah, the commissioner had communicated with us if we would be willing to participate in that. And because of the drainage and situations in, that's Riverwood Parks and stuff, so yes, we were definitely interested in trying to help out. But it was contingent on whether we would have excess funds. So we do have excess funds available. So that's why I requested.
Any other question or comment? There be none, I would entertain a motion to approve the resolution for the retention of excess funds.
Make a motion to do.
Okay, we have a motion to approve by memo. Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
Okay, by Donna. Any discussion on the motion to approve the resolution? There be none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And the motion carries without opposition. Next is item number 6, which is to adjourn to executive session to get an update on the Fort Clark Springs Association lawsuit / sale of Fort Clark Springs Trust properties. So we will convene an executive session. This time, we'll go ahead and call our meeting back to order after an executive session to discuss a legal matter with our attorney. The time is now 6:13. Is that close enough?
Yep.
At 6:13, having taken no executive action in executive session, we will now continue with our open session item. And that is under item number 6, which is the sale of Fort Clark Springs Trust properties.
A new bid has been submitted, that's all I'm gonna say about it. It's been sent to the entities.
Okay. Anything else under item number 6? Okay. Item number 8 is to discuss approved quarterly modified bill report, which we have a copy of.
Again, the modified bill report has to do with exemptions that are either granted or not. And there's $2,283.
And that's been since the first of the year.
Yeah.
Because there wasn't an increase,
This hasn't changed since our last meeting.
yeah, but I have to do it every.
We have to report it quarterly. So,
Resolution. Circle it around. Any question or comment on the modified bill report?
This just means that the bills haven't changed?
Yeah, these are the corrections that were made for the.
That have been made
Yes.
up till this.
Yes.
But we haven't increased any since the last meeting.
So you need a motion to approve that?
Mhm.
I'll entertain a motion, yes.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, we have a motion to approve the modified bill report.
I'll second it.
Have a second. Any discussion on the motion to approve the modified bill report? That is from January 1st, 25 through May the 6th, 25. There be no question or comment? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? And the motion carries without opposition. And I will pass this around for everyone's signature. Our next item for consideration is to adjourn.
Next regular meeting is August 12th,
Yes.
is that correct, Mr. Kinney?
That's what's on the calendar, that would be, unless, something comes up, then, but at this time, that's the next scheduled meeting.
Anything else?
Hey,
Now we're really missing her.
Yeah. He always made the motion to adjourn.
In honor.
Yes, in honor of him. He usually points to me.
I'll second that.
Okay. Any discussion on the motion to adjourn? If there be none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed? And we're adjourned at 6:17. Is that close enough?
Not close.
Okay. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Thank everyone for attending.